We are live. Hello and happy Friday and happy last day of January to everyone. I hope you all had a fantastic day. But if you're anything like me, you probably had a rough week. Um, Obviously, hearing about Kobe Bryant and the 8 other people passing was so tragic, and I definitely didn't know him personally, but I just feel like we all felt it. So hopefully you didn't let that stop you or keep you from doing what you've set out to do this month with your goals, with your money, with your health, with your relationships, with whatever you decided to do. Hi, Mulaney. Thanks for joining. Um, you know, as I mentioned, I didn't know Kobe Bryant, but just seeing the impact he had on so many people is really inspiring. And, being someone who lost her dad in a tragic accident, it brings it back, obviously, but also, too, it's really putting into perspective for me that I just want to live every day making a difference and doing the right thing all the time, making an impact, changing people's lives. I think City Girl Savings is on a mission to do that from a financial education perspective. And I feel it now more than ever. So I want to continue spreading the financial independence word, helping as many women as I can change their lives for the better from a monetary perspective. And in turn, hopefully they will help more people who will help more people, and it will be a ripple effect. So that's my focus. That's my takeaway from everything that's happened over the past week, and, live life to the fullest. So anyways, not here to get on a soapbox. I'm here to talk about my January 2020 results. So as you all know, at the end of the month, I do a money review. I've been doing this for over a year or two now, and it's a way for me to hold myself accountable, but also help you all see what me, a budget coach, goes through. So nobody's perfect with their finances, but at least you can get an idea of what I do with my money and review and budget and all that good stuff. And hopefully you can do the same, ask yourself the same questions, and improve month over month. So before I dive into my January results, just a quick recap on how to complete your own month-end money review or pulse check. You want to look at the budget you set for the month. You want to look at your spending throughout the month, and then you want to just make note of any progress you made towards your goals or not. So whatever goals you're working towards, did you do what you were supposed to do to help you reach them? So as you look at that information, you basically want to assess if everything went the way it should have. Usually it doesn't, but how did you bounce back, and how can you use that information to help you move forward so that you can be more successful with your budget and spending next month? So I have plenty of videos on how to complete a month-end money review if you want to get into more details. That's just a high-level review. So let's talk about my results. I'm pulling up my spreadsheet. So this month, I actually spent more than I made. So usually if you find that you've spent more money than you brought in for the month, it means two things. It means you either pulled money from savings, right? So you had to make up that money from somewhere, or you used credit. I did not use credit, but I did pull money from my savings. A few big things to keep in mind. I have a trip scheduled in February going to Antigua for a friend's birthday, and all of it was paid for. Everything was good. I used my travel fund, but some people backed out at the last minute, so that raised our Airbnb costs. So I had to cover that, which came from savings, not travel savings, my other savings. So that really is what drove me to be in the red this month. But outside of that, everything else was pretty good. I saved about $160 more than I expected to. Housing, business as usual. personal bills were a little bit higher this month. I had a credit card annual fee that hit, which drove up my personal bills category. Groceries, business as usual. Transportation, only had one tank fill up this month, so I was under in that category, which is good. Meals out, I was slightly over by $34. So I've definitely had worse months. But I think me not using all of my transportation budget helped cover that cost. I donated to the Australian fires, so my charity and donations category was higher than usual, but I'm perfectly okay with that. And then lastly, fun spending. So I definitely spent more than I should have in fun spending. I ended up restocking some makeup. I don't, obviously I'm not wearing makeup. I don't wear makeup that often, so I don't have to restock that much, but you know, when you do, it's usually costly. So that drove up my fun spending category. But other than that, I saved what I was supposed to and some. I had to pull money from savings to cover the travel trip, but that's okay. Everything else is pretty good. So I think I'm off to a good start in 2020. Next month should be good. Everything's covered for the trip. I'm not expecting anything major to happen. I'll be on the trip with my boyfriend on Valentine's Day, so hopefully he'll do something nice there that I don't have to worry about. So February should be a smooth sailing month as well. And then also I want to share just real quick some of the other goals that I had talked about, I think last month. One of the goals was for every quarter my boyfriend and I to do a new activity, something we've never done together, and we actually went axe throwing, which was so cool. I would highly recommend it if you've never been axe throwing and there's a place to do so in your city. Go for it. I actually kicked butt. They pair you up with, you know, different people in a group, and whoever hits the most bullseyes wins. I won. Who knew I was an excellent axe thrower? So that was exciting. And then as far as my health and diet goals, my goal was to work out 5 days a week for at least half an hour each time and do keto. And I have been killing that. Sometimes I work out 6 days a week, been eating keto. I've lost over 6 pounds. So I'm feeling really good, especially because I will be on a beach in a few weeks. So great timing there. All in all, it's been a great month, and I just hope to continue this momentum. I would love to hear how you did this January with your finances or any other goals you have. So definitely drop a comment to let me know, and if you have any questions for me, drop a comment and I will respond accordingly. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week, I'm sure. Bye, everyone.